We are social creatures, which means we often experience life through the lens of our relationships. How we treat others can depend on the kind of bond we have with them. With our closest partners, we may make compromises we wouldn't in other areas of our lives, because love is supposed to be safe, a place where hearts rest. But what happens when the home you built is the one that breaks you? This is a voice from the past. 10 years ago, I loved only one woman, Sophie. She was my best friend, my wife, my entire world. Every morning I kissed her forehead before heading to work. Every night I brought her tea with 2 sugars and no milk, just the way she liked it. Her 30th birthday was coming up, and I had big plans. I secretly booked a cabin in the woods, custom ordered her favorite strawberry cake, and even wrote her a song. I couldn't wait to see her smile. But while I was planning her happiest day, she was planning to leave me. 3 days before her birthday, she left her phone charging in the kitchen. I wasn't snooping, I swear. I just went to play music from her playlist. A message popped up from someone named Daniel. Last night was unforgettable. Can't wait to touch you again. My heart stopped. I didn't breathe. I stood there, frozen, phone trembling in my hand. I opened the messages. There were photos, voicemails, laughter that wasn't for me. They had been seeing each other for 5 months. Hotel rooms, lunch dates, yoga weekends that were really him. And all this while I was cooking her dinner, holding her when she cried, loving her like she was my forever. When she got home that night, I didn't say a word. I just looked at her. She started crying. She said she was sorry, that she didn't mean to fall in love with him, that she felt invisible sometimes. I asked if she had planned to tell me, and she said she didn't know how. So I let her go. I drove her to her parents' house. When she stepped out of my car, I told her. She said she knew. Her mother came out, furious. She demanded to know what had happened. And when she heard that it was Daniel, she screamed at me for letting her daughter go alone. I didn't argue. I just got in my car and I drove away. That weekend, I flew to the cabin by myself. As I sat on the porch swing, staring into the woods, I made a decision. Whether she came back or not, I was not giving up on her. I called my best friend. He picked me up from the airport and listened patiently as I told him everything. Then he said, "You need to let her go, man." But I didn't. I stayed in that town, in that house, hoping for her to come back to me. But then she called me 2 weeks later. She sounded defeated. She admitted that she had been seeing Daniel since April, that she hadn't slept well or eaten much, and the worst part was that she couldn't bring herself to tell me, because she thought it would hurt me. But you already knew, right? Primera ask it. How? I found your lipstick at the corner of the swing on the porch. You were there the night Daniel and I talked for the last time. You came to talk to me, but I didn't see you. I was too busy being angry, confused, and heartbroken. I didn't realize it was you until after you left. And by then, it was too late. I told Daniel that I wanted to end things with him. I asked him to move on. But I kept replaying that night over and over in my head, wondering why you didn't say anything, why you didn't try to stop me from leaving. And now I understand. You were hoping I would come back to you. You never gave up on me. I'm so sorry. We started going to couples therapy. It was hard at first. Sometimes during sessions, I would get so angry I'd have to take a break. But she didn't leave. She stayed, and she fought for us. She even apologized to my mom. 2 years later, we renewed our vows. Our families and friends showed up to celebrate with us. It was perfect. No, I still don't trust her completely. Sometimes I have nightmares about losing her. But every morning when I wake up next to her, I choose to believe in us. Cheating destroys people. It tears families apart, breaks hearts, and leaves scars that seem impossible to erase. But sometimes forgiveness rebuilds what pain tried to ruin. If this story broke your heart like it did mine, please like, comment, and subscribe. Somewhere out there, someone is holding on by a thread, and stories like this might be the reason they do want to let go.